This is Billy the Weather Guy live. We have a tropical storm out there named Nestor affecting the southeast as we speak. But anyway, let's just get right into the weather. This is Billy the Weather Guy, and anyway, let's just get right to the forecast. Right now the temperature is 68 degrees. It is partly cloudy. 55 degrees tonight. Saturday high of 81, low of 66. Partly cloudy in the morning and cloudy in the afternoon.
I live stream to keep you in the know, so you can better prepare for every possibility. That has been Billy the Weather Guy.
In the afternoon.
Tune in weekly.
Friday high of 60, low of 46. Rain all day. 5 to 10 mile per hour winds. And early in the video I said that it would rain shortly. Now it's starting to rain again, so. Anyway, I will see you Friday, so. Like this video if that was good, subscribe if you want to see more, make sure the bell icon is on for notifications. I will see you Friday, and bye. Okay, now let's talk about Nestor. So, and you can't see my screen. Here we go. The radar as of 8:45 a.m. there is rain pushing into rain in the area. In this area here, as you see here, this is a tropical storm. It was potential tropical cyclone before, but we'll go through its history in a little bit. But right now it's as of 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time or 8 a.m. Eastern. It is 80 miles west-southwest of Panama City, Florida. Winds 50 miles per hour, pressure 996 millibars, moving northeast at 17 miles per hour. And as it moves over land, it will become post-tropical. And as it gets on its closest approach to us, it will be post-tropical by then. So, tropical storm warnings are in effect, as you see here in Florida, and wind advisories are in effect further inland. Much of Georgia has a wind advisory in effect, as well as portions of South Carolina and Florida and a sliver of Alabama. So, this is the track as you see here. 40 mile per hour winds consistently throughout the next couple of days. So it's not very strong. Storm surge, of course, that's a problem for Florida. Winds definitely have picked up a bit. There's also severe weather with the storm. And rain, quite a bit of rain. This is the forecast. Up to 2 to 3 inches in some spots. So be very careful if you are in the southeast. This is no Hurricane Michael. Oh my gosh, that was a mess. I believe I did a report on that. So time flies. And a couple years ago, there was some other storm that was affecting the southeast. And I did a live stream on it too. So Matthew, right? Yeah. So I've been doing that. Wow, I've been doing this for a while now, so it seems like so many storms I can now talk about the fact that I talked about it at some point in time. It's crazy. But anyway, let's go on to the videos now.
We have the sun up now, and the main story, I think, with Nestor is going to be this wave action that you're seeing here. This is a way different story from what we were seeing yesterday morning when we were here. The Gulf was completely flat, and that, as you can see, is certainly not the case. We've got a high surf advisory in effect right now for Panama City Beach. That's lasting until this evening. Coastal flood advisory set to expire a little later this morning. That's not it, though. We're starting to get some squally weather as well. We're in a rain band. The winds have certainly picked up a bit, as well as the rain. If we just pan over to the left a little bit, you can see the double red flags blowing in the wind. That is because beach conditions are so dangerous that you should not be in the water. Some people certainly out walking around, but the water not a good choice to be in right now. Now, of course, the weather not great for that anyways currently with the gusty winds and the rain. That's going to clear up later, but this high surf advisory will still remain in effect. So you're going to need to make sure that you're staying out of the water even when the weather does seem to clear up a bit.
Exactly.
Good grammar and spelling are...
So I can mute this time. Yeah, so this storm is causing lots of issues, likely tornado damage. Wow, lots of damage in Florida. I'm not showing you that. But yeah, Florida's going to get the worst of it. And there's also tornadoes as well, which we're going to go into. But first, I just wanted to go over the past. It's past. It was potential tropical cyclone for a while, and it seemed like it was going to become something. It was either going to be subtropical or tropical. It is a tropical storm. It doesn't really matter whether it's either or. The winds are still there. The rain is there. It's all, the only difference is the structure, and that it's deriving its energy from the warm ocean water instead of getting some help from the jet stream. That's if it was subtropical. And as you see here, it will be post-tropical later on, further inland. Tomorrow it will be post-tropical. As it heads out to sea, remaining post-tropical. So as it's close its approach, it's still going to be 40 miles per hour wind, a couple 100 miles off the coast for us, which means that we'll get some rain and a little bit increased winds, but nothing like we just had. We just had a crazy nor'easter. The winds were crazy. The pressure dropped quite a lot. It did rain a lot. That was the main impact for us. Rain was just horrendous. It was quite a bit windy, but the rain, oh my gosh. So yeah, this storm has yet to make landfall, I believe. It looks like maybe the center is like right about here. So it looks like it's going to make landfall any minute in Florida. So yeah, Floridians, be careful, as well as Georgians. Carolinians, whatever the term is, but yeah, be careful out there, be on the watch. So let's pull up the radar and let's let it play from the past for a bit. Let's take off the storm so we can see this better. That's the past. This is the future. You can see how the storm is kind of like somewhat defined, but as time goes on, it becomes post-tropical, and it looks more like just a stray of showers and more of a mess. It's still a storm, but more of a mess as time goes on, because it's interacting with land now. So yeah, that's Nestor. Yeah, I want to talk more about the tornado threat. So that is that, I guess, but we have more to talk about. So,
and here's what it looks like. In nearby Lakeland, Florida, after severe storms took out trees in the area. You can certainly see some of the damage there. I know it's early in the morning for a lot of people or late at night, but some of those strong winds caused roofs and screens of porches to be damaged. At least 4 reports of tornado-warned storms last night in the Tampa and Lakeland, Florida area. Of course, trees down on some of the perhaps businesses or homes in nearby areas in Lakeland. So coming along with Tropical Storm Nestor is a severe weather threat that we certainly do have to watch here and monitor throughout the day today and into our Sunday as well. Let's get you the latest information with torcons today. Central and North Florida under a torcon of a 4. So that means a 40% chance of a tornado within a 50-mile radius if you are in Central Florida along, let's see here, I-75, I-4, and northbound as well, sort of encapsulating portions of I-10 too. Once you cross I-10, you get into South Georgia. That's where we have torcons of a 3. And moving into the coastal Carolina area as well. So let's take a look at the tornado watch again until noon today for portions of Florida, I-75 down to I-4. That does include the East Coast and the West Coast of Florida and down through portions of Fort Myers, Lee, and Collier counties as well.
Okay. That is the storm, and I apologize for the dog. I don't know what his problem is. I could check in a few minutes. I'm almost done here. But yeah, also we have the winter outlook, which I wasn't gonna mention. I was thinking about it because I would save it for November. That's when I do my winter forecast, but it's out. So, and if anything changes, I'll update you in the end of November if anything changes with the outlook. But here we go.
Warmer than average temperatures are forecast for much of the United States this winter, according to NOAA's Climate Prediction Center. And a little dinner trivia for you. Would you like to guess the states that have the greatest likelihood for warmer than average conditions this winter? That would be Alaska and Hawaii. Now, compared to statistical averages, no part of the U.S. is favored to have below average temperatures this winter. But, cold, it is going to work its way in. Now let's talk about precip. Wetter than average, with the Red River, of course, running higher than average. Snow melt, followed by more rain extending into February. This could wind up being a
I'm sorry, did I not have my screen on? Wait a minute. Did I not? Wait. I'll go back to it though. Let me just, maybe I'm looking at the... Yeah.
Warmer than average temperatures are forecast for much of the United States this winter, according to NOAA's Climate Prediction Center. And a little dinner trivia for you. Would you like to guess the states that have the greatest likelihood for warmer than average conditions this winter? That would be Alaska and Hawaii. Now, compared to statistical averages, no part of the U.S. is favored to have below average temperatures this winter. But, cold, it is going to work its way in. Now let's talk about precip. Wetter than average, with the Red River, of course, running higher.
Yeah, I had the screen on. I was looking at my past self on the live stream. That confused me. I usually keep it on live, but sorry.
Than average, snow melt, followed by more rain extending into February. This could wind up being a recipe for additional troubles, because you got to remember, back in the spring, there was historic flooding. Remember this? This affected millions and millions.
All right, so here is the outlook. So near slightly below average temperatures for the winter as a whole. December seems like it's going to be a little bit warmer, so near slightly above average. January near slightly below average. February the same as well for us. In the precipitation outlook, very likely that we will have above average precipitation as well. So yeah, that's that. Well, that has been your live stream. Well, like this live stream, if that was good, subscribe if you want to see more. Make sure the bell icon is on for notifications. Of course, I will see you Friday for your 7-day forecast. So, bye.